Hi Taurus, welcome into a brief next 48-hour tarot reading for you. I was randomly feeling guided to hop on and get this done for you. I feel like the next 48 involves you initiating and being one with embracing change, transformation, and further development within your world. I wouldn't be surprised if you're getting ready to investigating, asking questions in regards to something completely new for you. It feels like something is ending sooner than you thought, but even that was purposeful because you weren't meant to know that it was going to end sooner. You would have went about things differently. And if that's not for you, so be it, but that's coming out for a reason. I feel like the spiritual meaning of a horseshoe is coming into play. The spiritual meaning of a horseshoe. I feel like you're going to be acquiring a ton of money moving forward in the next 48 reminds you of this. I want to say for somebody specifically through a TikTok post, could be on YouTube. It definitely could come through directly from spirit, through your thoughts, your dreams, or one in particular. But I feel as if you're going to be communicating very, very efficiently in the next 2 days and surrounding it to the point where things simply work out exactly as they're meant to. And you may even find assistance comes to be to help other people or somebody specific within a random moment. You are good enough coming out. Now, I feel as if there's the potential of dating coming into play. There's, again, a new situation, like a place to live or a new career opportunity on the plate as a potential. You know, someone's going to an interview or two, and they're saying you're more than good enough, right? You're even standing out in the crowd when it comes to other candidates, other potential souls to take on that opportunity. And I feel like Spirit's saying there's a peace and a light about you, a groundedness naturally as a Taurus that is just really seeming accurate for whoever you're interviewing with or asking questions to, and maybe bouncing back and forth with questions and whatnot. I feel as if that's one of the times when you're speaking very much efficiently and making it happen. You're making it happen in the next 48. There's a gratification when you know something's going to be yours. You know, I often step into the potential situation, say a new job or a potential new job or a new place to live, and I just already know stepping into it even well before that it's the right option, that it's going to happen. And Spirit is definitely part of that process of me being well informed beforehand. And then I'm able to, you know, go through the beginning stages of acquiring it with such confidence and ease within my energy. There's something about that for you in the next 48. Look at this. You need to be expecting powerful change. You may already be expecting it to an extent, but it feels like things are going to be blossoming for you, shining bright. You and the new situations that you're needing to be one with moving forward. There's a sense of this being sort of a new moon kind of time for you, where they're saying you can't see the new moon, right? It doesn't show itself in that way as it normally would, but you know it's there, right? It has its purpose. It's a new cycle once again, and it might be a continuation of a new cycle for you. I'm hearing change after change after change, and it can be exhausting at times, but rewarding all the meanwhile, or more so in the end. But they're saying the answers you need are within reach, are coming to be in the next 48. They're coming to you, Taurus. And I feel like this is going to give you a sense of ease and confidence once again, so that you can just shift on forward and do your mother effing thing and make your world a better place for you and potentially your loved ones or somebody specific. From the, which deck is this? It is the language, the Secret Language of Light Oracle deck. Ooh, create space. Wow, I just got a little bit dizzy. I feel as if, again, this is a time for you where you're needing to create space for the new, for the better, for the significant and aligned newness within your world. Interesting wording, but look at this, soulmating. I feel as if there's a focus on you either being one with a soulmate in the next 48 and surrounding it, or longing for and maybe putting an effort thinking about acquiring that new soulmate situation. When you're meant to connect to somebody, just like every other aspect of your world, you simply will. It doesn't have to be and should not be forced. I feel like there are people in a different part of the world thinking about you, if we didn't mention that already. I feel as if someone's family at a distance very specifically is thinking very much about them missing you. What else do we have for Taurus for the next 48? That's kind of awkward. The Whispers card. We're going to whisper to you in your dreams. We're going to whisper to you through signs and synchronicities, maybe through your thoughts for the very spiritually connected souls drawn to the reading. But I'm not surprised to get the sensitivity card for your specific read, because I've been mentioning this a lot recently in Taurus collective reads on this channel. This sensitivity about your energy being affected by things quite often on different levels in different ways. You're very caring in nature, and I feel as if, didn't we already mention things are going to blossom in your world with that expect powerful change card? But there's a caring, very deep, knowing kind of way about your energy and something that you're creating, developing, and applying yourself towards. I feel as if you may have healing energy being drawn to this reading, and it's very relevant, very much a part of the next 48 for you. I do feel as if you're going to be healing yourself in order to get ready for, again, change in the future, to make sure that you're not an unhealed version of yourself to the point of potentially damaging or, shortening the length of whatever this ends up being for you. You know what I mean? It's as if, for example, and this may not be what you're preparing for specifically, could be, you're about to get into a new relationship for the single Taurus is drawn to the reading, and you don't obviously want to be an unhealed version of yourself, because then you're going to potentially bring, or just will bring, that heaviness and those wounds into a fresh a set of experiences, right? A fresh situation. And so they're saying, let's heal. Okay, let's not make an overly forced or forced in general kind of process. Just take time to heal, right? Even allow for yourself to naturally heal in the midst of getting things accomplished, okay? Let the good news heal you is what I'm hearing. But I feel like you are very much connected to the fact that, or reconnecting to the fact that as you transform as a soul, it's naturally pushing you to desire different. It's naturally pushing you to want to change the outcome for yourself, change your world. It feels like you're going to be utilizing spiritual messages to your advantage left and right. The number 722 is what I'm getting. 722, and the individual number 7 as well. Let's pull some tarot. I feel like you're going to be admiring your own good looks, but then really being, for some, hard on yourself in regards to it, but honest at the very least in the midst of wanting to just perfect, right, or improve. Look at this. You have a lot of options, and I feel like that's naturally going to push you to focus upon who and what is not the right option in regards to whatever new situation you're thinking about for the near future. I do feel as if, say for example, you're looking for a new place to live. You may have two significant options that you could, investigate and try to acquire, but it may feel like for somebody drawn to the reading specifically, you go to check out the first one, there's no need to go see the second one. It's just going to happen, right? And it's this feeling of you being very it's very well thought out, but felt out, if that makes sense. Okay, by other people, but what I was trying to get at is you can, say, step into that new option, right? The new situation, and it will just simply feel right. Okay, there won't be that off feeling. It's because you're an energetic soul and you're very intuitive, and we assist you at certain points, meaning spirit, when you're not really one with that feeling, or you just kind of need that little bit of a nudge or assistance otherwise. I feel as if you're going to be remembering when you acquired something quite easily, rewinding back, and they're saying this is not going to be anything different, right? Of course it is different, and it may not even be the same category of life, but let's remember how much of a manifestor, co-creator you are, how talented and skilled you are in that one way, but it's just one of the many talents skill sets you hold. Now, I feel as if there is protection very much within your world at this time, because you need it, right? You want it and you deserve it. But I feel like there's a huge focus on the fact that the possibilities are endless for you, and you can literally manifest whatever your heart desires, whatever you need. And this is going to be a reminder in the next 48. I know what I want and I'm going to acquire it. I really feel your confidence is taking a highlight. There's a gentle way about how you strut your stuff, but a confident way about how you assert yourself and put yourself out there selectively. There's more strategy behind your choices, your navigation, and changes within your world than people could even begin to realize. It feels like, and I can relate to you wholeheartedly if this is applicable for you, a lot of what's drawn to the reading are being viewed out by certain people and have been for a while or their whole, life up until this point as someone who takes risks and takes leaps of faith, and it doesn't work out in the end, or it leaves them in a pickle. Interesting phrase there. Or it just creates difficulty and lack. But I feel as if, again, there's more strategy behind it. It definitely reminds me of me, years ago deciding to move to Florida, right? It only lasted for a little over a year, but I had never went to Florida before. I just decided to get a very lucrative serving job in Boston, Massachusetts, and then I saved up for the entire summer, a ton of money, and then just went and visited for the first time, got an apartment, flew back, and then about a month later, I just flew on back. And so it's stuff like that that's taking a place where there was months and months of strategy and spiritual guidance in planning going into that. But then, to the eyes, the awareness of other people, my family and others in my life, at the time, it seemed like just a random change, a random risk, one that worked for me for a while, but it was a long time, in the planning. Didn't love that wording. Anyways. So I feel as if that's somehow part of the next 48 for you. There's also, it's like you're looking forward, a very Three of Wands kind of energy coming through before we speak upon this in full. But you're also very present at certain points, and that's benefiting you because you will miss a situation or certain aspects of which when the time comes for things to switch up. But the Two of Wands in reverse, because there's a sense of plenty within your world. If you don't feel that's the case or don't expect that to be the case, soon enough that will be. I feel as if you're going to remember you'll always have what you need, right? If you're worried about having enough money, if you're worried about having a new situation to replace one that's on its way out of your life, or that you're on the way out of, then you need to understand, as I'm being drawn to the bunny here, that when it's meant to happen, when it's meant to come in, it'll happen. It feels like somebody may need money for something, but would you potentially spend it when you need it for something at a certain point moving forward? Potentially, So just trusting in the purposefulness of your individual path is of true significance at this time. But it feels like someone's stressed around you. Please don't allow that to affect you. I know it may not be that cut and dry, easy, but it does feel like that is relevant, right? They're viewing you as this white owl, right? Someone of purity that just flies through life and just accepts this and that they have no control over, but is a wise individual with a ton of experience behind them, but more to come. It feels like your world is changing, my friend, and this is a beautiful thing. You're changing continuously, and this is a beautiful thing. Float towards the new, and they're saying, once again, your overall energy, expect powerful change. Absolutely amazing. So I truly hope this was helpful. As always, a ton of love and light. Until we meet again.